Hello everyone. So till the last class we had seen till the transconductance. So how actually the small signal equivalent model is considered and how we are going to design the circuit considering the transconductance equations. Now moving on to the next one, it is a problem. So a figure is shown where a discrete common source MOSFET amplifier which is utilizing a drain to gate resistance RG for the biasing purpose. That is the third type of biasing. The input signal Vi is coupled to the gate via a large capacitor, and output signal at the drain is coupled to the load resistance RL via another large capacitor. The transistor has a Vt given, which is the threshold voltage 1.5 volt. Kn dash W by L is considered to be 0.25 milliampere per volt square, and Va is considered to be 50 volt, which is nothing but when considering the channel length modulation 1 by lambda. Assume the coupling capacitor to be sufficiently large so that it will act as a short circuit at the signal frequency of interest. Now what we have to analyze here is, first is we have to find out what is the small signal voltage gain. And next we'll be finding out what is the input resistance and what is the largest allowable input signal. So moving on to the circuit. So this is a circuit which has been given in the problem. So see, apart from these capacitors and a load resistor, it is nothing but a drain to gate feedback resistor circuit. Now here there are capacitors which are considered to be as short circuits because they have a very large value. There is a load resistance of 10 kilo ohm, RD as 10 kilo ohm, RG as 10 mega ohm. Now this particular circuit is nothing but your drain to gate feedback circuit. Now we have to draw the equivalent model for this circuit. So when we had seen yesterday in the transconductance, how do you actually draw if we see the transconductance model of this circuit? So transconductance model for this particular signal was, for a circuit you are drawing a R0 resistor which is parallel across a circuit for finding the output resistance. Similarly here also we are considering this circuit, and for this particular circuit we have output side the resistor is RD and RL. So R0 will be parallel with RD and RL, and this is the current which has been flowing, that is GM into VGS ID current. RG is a resistance across the gate which is to the drain, and input signal or input is Vi. So this is the VGS voltage which we have considered. Now the same setup is drawn here considering the RL dash of this, which is nothing but RD parallel with RL parallel with R0. So that is simplified circuit which has been considered. Now if we move on to the solving of this particular problem, so first what we need to do is we need to find out the value of GM. After finding the value of GM, we know in the drain to gate feedback resistor your VGS value is equal to VD because the current is 0 here, so the resistance is infinity, which makes you that the gate to source voltage is equal to the drain voltage. So then we'll be calculating through this ID and substituting the VD value. Comparing these two, we get ID value and VD value. Then we know R0 value is, or R0 equation formula is VA by ID. Finding out the R0, finding out the input resistance. Then we need to find out the output voltage, which is minus GM VGS. Whatever output side the parallel resistor you have, the parallel combination. Then you may have to find out what is the input current, input resistance. Then to stay in the saturation, we know it has to be, follow the condition, VDS should be greater or equal to VGS minus VT. From this we will find out what is VDS minima, VGS maximum, and then what is the input voltage. So if we solve the problem for this, if we see the solution, Now, the first thing what we need to do is we need to find out, or we need to set up to solve this problem. First part is the given given parameters what are is threshold voltage, the transconductance parameters Kn dash W by L is 0.25 milliampere per V square. VA is 50 volt. So initially when we find, we assume that the channel and lambda is equal to 0. So you'll need to find out small signal gain, input resistance and maximum input signal. To find the DC operating point, first we need to find out, because we know operating point is nothing but the bias point, which is ID and VGS. So we need to find out those two points first. So we know ID is equal to half into Kn dash W by L VOV square, which is VGS minus VT whole square. So the parameters are given. So the first equation will be ID is equal to half, or you can write it as 2ID into 0.25 VGS minus 1.5 whole square. Now here I have not taken milli because ID will be always expressed as milli, so you can just add milli when you do it. So or else you can consider and also you can solve it, no problem. And we know that Ig is equal to 0. There will be no DC voltage drop across the RG. So therefore we know that in the drain to gate biasing type, it is therefore VGS is equal to VD. So we need to substitute 2 and 1. So 2ID is equal to 0.25 into VD minus 1.5 square. And we also know that VD is equal to VDD minus RD into ID. So it is 15 minus 10 ID. So substitute equation 4 in equation 3. So VD wherever you have, you can substitute. So it will be 2ID is equal to 0.25. 15 minus 10 ID minus 1.5 whole square. It will be 15 minus 1.5 is 13.5 in minus 10 ID. A minus B whole square, A square, B square minus 2AB. So I'll get it as 2ID. I brought the 0.25 below. So it is 13.5 whole square is 182.25 plus 100 ID square minus 270 ID, which is 100 ID square minus 278 ID plus 182.25 is equal to 0. So if you solve this equation in your calci with a 2 degree, you will get it as ID is equal to 1.72 milliamps and ID is equal to 1.06 milliamps. Now this is not applicable, it is not practically possible also to design this, because it will be more than the voltage what we require. So we consider the lesser value, that is 1.06 milliamps. Considering that 1.06 milliamps, substitute this. Now ID current what we have got is 1.06 milliamps. Similarly, we need now VGS. We have this equation of VD is equal to 15 minus 10 ID. So if you substitute it here, you get VD is equal to 4.4 volt, which is nothing but VGS is equal to 4.4 volt. So we have got the bias point now. After getting the bias point, now we find out what is the transconductance. We know the transconductance equation is GM is equal to Kn dash W by L VGS minus VT, 0.25, 4.4 minus 1.5, we get it as 0.725 milliampere per volt. So this is the transconductance. Next, we'll move on to finding out the input resistance. So first one we'll find out what is R0. So R0 we know it is VA by ID. VA is already given in the question. It is 50 divided by ID current is 1.06 milli. You get it as 47 kilo ohm. Now to find out the output voltage. Output voltage equation is minus GM VGS RD parallel to RL parallel to R0. So we know gain of the circuit, that is input is nothing but VI is equal to VGS, because gate source voltage what we are giving is the input. Gain we know it is V0 by Vin. So V0 equation divided by Vi will be Vi which gets cancelled because VGS is replaced with Vi. So AV is equal to minus GM RD parallel with RL parallel with R0. So GM equation we have 0.725 millivolt, 10 parallel with 10, that is 10 kilo ohm parallel with 10 kilo ohm, 47. So if you substitute the values, you get it as minus 3.3 volt per volt. So that is nothing but 3.3, because gain volt per volt, volt and volt get cancelled, gain will be minus 3.3. Now input current is given by equation, that is we know II is equal to Vi minus V0 into Rg. So Vi, since we don't know what is the Vi value, I'll take out the Vi outside, so it will be 1 minus V0 by Vi. We know V0 by Vi is nothing but the gain. So Vi by Rg into 1 minus of minus 3.3, it will be 4.3. Now input resistance Ri will be Vi into Ii. So Vi into Ii is nothing but Vi Rg 4.3. Vi and Vi will get cancelled, it will be Rg by 4.3. Rg value is 10 mega. So you get the total input resistance as 2.33 mega ohm. It should be high resistance. Now next is we need to find out that input voltage swing or the largest allowable input swing Vi. That is, we know the condition to keep in the saturation, it is VDS greater or equal to VGS minus VT. So VDS minimum equation or minimum voltage should be VGS max minus VT, where your minimum voltage will mainly depend on the output voltage across the source minus the output, which is AV into Vi cap, or you can write it as Vi. VGS maximum will mainly depend on VGS plus Vi. So VGS will mainly depend on gate source voltage, VDS will mainly depend on drain source voltage along with the gain. So this will be input, so it will mainly depend on the input, minus Vt. So 4.4 minus 3.3 into Vi, 4.4 plus Vi minus 1.5. So you will get it as 4, this 4.4, 4.4 get cancelled. This will come this side, so it is 4.3 Vi plus 1. Sorry, when your 1.5 comes this side, it will be plus 1.5. So Vi cap is nothing but 0.34 volt. So if I have to find out the minimum gate to source voltage, it is Vd or VGS minus your Vi, which is 4.4 minus 0.34, 4.06 volt. Now this particular voltage is greater than Vt and the transistor will remain in conducting, because always your VGS voltage should be greater than the threshold voltage. So then the transistor will remain in conducting state. Well, these are the formulas which we have seen in the previous class, and we'll go to one more problem. So you have to design a fixed VG bias circuit, that is second biasing circuit. So to establish, some date has come up here. To establish a DC drain current of 0.5 milliamps, the MOSFET is specified to have Vt is equal to 1 volt. The transconductance parameter is 1 milliampere per volt square. You have to use the VDD as 10 volt. So here the given parameters are Vt is equal to 1 volt, lambda is equal to 0, Id is equal to 0.5 milliamps, Kn dash is W by L is equal to 1 milliampere per volt square, Vdd is 10. Now directly find out what is, we know that the supply voltage should be 1 by 3 of VDD for a voltage divider arrangement. So 1 by 3 into 10, you'll get 3.33, I'll have considered it as 3 volt. Similarly, Vd is equal to VDD minus Vs, which is 10 minus 3.33 is 6.67. I've considered it as 7 volt. So Rd, we know it is VDD minus Vd by Id. 10 minus 7 by 0.5 milli will be 6 kilo ohm. Similarly, Rs is Vs by Id. So 3 by 0.5, it is again 6 kilo ohm. So Id is given by an equation half Kn dash W by L VOV square. From this, you can find out what is overdrive voltage, that is 1 volt. You know overdrive voltage is VGS minus VT, so it will be 2 volt gate source voltage. Vs is 3 volt, so you can find out what is VG. 3 plus 2, it will be 5 volt. Now to establish this voltage, we may select that Vg is equal to Rg1 plus Rg2 into VDD, but 5 by 10. 5 by 10 means it will be 0.5. So you have to find out a correct match to this 0.5. That means the ratio should be 1 by 2. So we know that Rg1 and Rg2 values should be in mega ohms. So I'll consider it as 10 mega ohms. So 10 mega means 10 mega divided by 10 mega plus 10 mega will be 10 mega divided by 20 mega, which will give you the ratio, that is 0.5. So you can. So this is how we design the VG bias circuit. Considering Rg1 10 mega ohm, Rg2 10 mega ohm, Rd and Rs is 6 kilo ohm, Vg is 5 volt and VDD as 10 volt, where VGS is 2 volt. So this will complete the module 1. So we'll move on to the quiz part, which was given as a classwork. Moving on to the quiz. So to solve the quiz or classwork, we'll see the answers of all the 8 questions which was given. So this was the question paper which was given in the Google Classroom. There were 8 questions. The first question, that is to design a fixed VG bias circuit using voltage divider arrangement to establish a DC drain current of 0.5 milliamps, and the MOSFET is specified to have VT 1 volt, Kn-W by L is equal to 1 milliampere per volt square, lambda is 0, VTT is 12. So you have to calculate the percentage change in the value of ID when VT is 1.5. So consider the given parameters, calculate VS, VD, RD as 8 kilo ohm. Same procedure, RS is equal to, you'll get it as 8 kilo ohm. ID, substitute the value, we'll get VOV, from that we'll get VGS, that is 2 volt. From there VS we know 4, so VG will be 5 volt. So to establish the voltage, we have to select that ratio 1 by 2. So like previous, I have selected it as RG1, RG2 is equal to 10 mega ohm. So you have to use the voltage divider rule. So it is RG1 by RG1 plus RG2 is equal to 1 by 2. Next is we have to use the same value, that is we have to change the VT value. VT is equal to 1.5, and then we have to calculate what is the value of ID. So we know that ID value or ID equation. So like previous, you will be just taking the ID value, substituting it. VT, VGS we don't know, we have to find out. So it will be I2 ID is equal to VGS minus 1.5 whole square. Then we know what is VG. So you'll get the equation as VGS is equal to 6 minus 8 ID. For that, use the A minus B whole square formula and substitute it. So that you'll get 2 ID is equal to 20.25 plus 64 ID square minus 2AB. So final equation is 64 ID square minus 74 ID plus 20.25. So solve it in the calc, you get 2 values. One is ID is equal to 0.712 milliamps, one more is 0.44 milliamps. We know we cannot consider the higher value, we take 0.44 milliamps. So that from that you have to change, find the change in ID. Those two you can do, or either you cannot do, that is also fine. So delta ID will be 0.44 minus 0.5, which is minus 0.06 milliamps. Divided by 0.5 milli into 100, you get minus 12% change. So when you change the VT value, you get the percentage change in the ID as 12%. The second question is, you need to explain the MOSFET biasing technique using a large drain to gain feedback resistance RG. So you have to design the drain to feedback bias circuit to operate at DC drain current of 0.5 milliamps. Assume VDD is 5 volt, Kn-W by L is 1 milliampere per whole square, lambda is equal to 0. Now here also initially you need to explain the biasing technique using the large drain to feedback resistance R0. Consider and explain it. For the problem we have also solved in the video previously. ID is given by an equation half Kn-W by L VOV square. Substitute the values, you get what is VG, VOV. From that what is VGS, because it is drain to current, VGS will be equal to VDS. Calculate RD, it is 6 kilo ohm. If you allow 5% change, it will be 6.2 kilo ohm, because standard resistor available is 6.2. If they give you, you can do it, or else you can consider is 6 kilo ohm. So for that new value, the ID new value will be 0.484 milliamps. So corresponding VDS value will be VDD minus RDID, which is 1.9 volt. So the next question was, you need to state the disadvantages of fixed VGS biasing circuit. So you know that the parameters VT, COX, W by L will vary for each devices in the MOSFET. So VT and mu1 are also dependent on the temperature. So this particular method is not desirable
because all the parameters are not well defined. So the bias point ID and VDS will change drastically due to the temperature and manufacture variability. So considering these points, we can say that this method, the fixed VGS biasing method, is not good. Next question is, you have to consider the amplifier circuit shown below. The transistor is specified to have BT as 0.4, Kn is 0.4, W by L as 10, lambda is 0, VDD is 1.8, RD is 17.5 kilo, VGS is 0.6, and the VGS small letter it is given as 0. You have to find the ID. Now this circuit is similar except that VGS biasing circuit, VGS is taken as 0. So we know ID current equation, half Kn dash W by L VOV square, VGS minus VT, substitute the values, ID you get it as 0.08 milliamps. For the same question, you will be finding out VDS. It is given by an equation VDD minus ID RD. It is 1.8 minus 0.8 into 17.5 kilo and milli gets cancelled. VDS will be 0.4 volt. The next question what we have is the dependent N-channel MOSFET. The answer is it can be operated as an enhancement MOSFET by applying positive bias to the gate. So here the first one, it cannot be operated as a JFET with zero gate voltage. So second is can be operated as enhancement MOSFET by applying negative bias. No, if you give negative bias it will not work. Cannot be operated as enhancement MOSFET is not possible. So it is the second answer where you get the positive bias, where you give positive bias voltage. MOSFET stands for, we know that it is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. The next question, it is in N-channel MOSFET, it is more preferred than P-channel because it is faster. We have already discussed it. So this will complete all your questions and as well as we have completed module 1, both the theory part as well as the problematic part. Thank you.